here we go then. Straight back Monday morning on the Kia, getting that finished. Got a busy week again. Focus. So when its last bit's done, one of our cars, so it's not priority, so we do bits on it here and there. This is the one that had the head gasket done. A couple of videos ago, it's just having like a final water system flush to get the stuff out, and then we'll be getting it sorted for MOT because it's going to be going up for sale. It's a nice little car. There's come in, X5S needs a load of bits. Transit over there needs that's having a clutch done on it as well. That's a big job, and we've got some other bits turning up this week as well, so let's get cracking. So on this Kia, there was pretty much no travel on the clutch pedal, probably about 10 millimeters between it being depressed and engaging, which wasn't very nice. Tried bleeding it, didn't make a difference. So I thought, right, it's got to be a clutch. It's like flat. It should look like that, and we think that's the issue. Well, it should be, because there's nothing to like push it. It's definitely going to be what it is. It'd be a nightmare if we did all this and it weren't. So, done a scan on it. Got a few codes coming up. That one, cam position sensor. We've actually got supplied by the customer already. So that's just the engine management side. We'll do a full scan on it just to check all the systems because the battery had gone flat. What we've got here, the bits for this BMW X5. Get those on. The customer will come and pick it up so we can rattle on with the other stuff. Wow. Yeah, that's gone. Oh yeah, we noticed this is all dead, and where it's been rattling so much, that bolt's ejected and run away. Unfortunately, the prop shaft that was supplied by the customer for this X5, well, saw the video, it's not that much better than the one that's on there at the moment. Just do the arms on it, and then we'll have to wait for another shaft, unfortunately. Nice, beautiful. 2017 Ford Transit Custom, clutch and flywheel. Let's get into it. Boom. Oh, she's out. There we go. Right, box, isn't it? What it is with this thing is the clutch slave had burst essentially, and it was like running out. Which in turn, if we have a look quick, it just there's just oil everywhere, and you can see it's wet in here. It's hard to see on the camera, I think, but the friction plate will now be contaminated. So it's typically how it goes. So we said to the customer that it's going to be a clutch kit because it's going to be contaminated. So let's get all that swapped over, and then we can get it all thrown back in. Example, near the end of its life anyway, far from the rivets, and I bet, yeah, look, completely contaminated. Oh, I'm surprised the clutch weren't slipping, to be honest. Oh, it's oily. Come on, baby. It's going to be heavy as well. Oh, there we go. Woo. Oh. Cambelt done on that little Ford, little S-Max, C-Max. Got a little Hyundai coming in after that. Yeah, busy. Nearly there. Just put all the bits back together on this. So we'll get the gearbox back in there now. It's alright for this one. There you go. After that, that is on. Happy days. Whew. A little bit of a struggle, but they don't always just slide straight on. So I'm not going to show the whole process of nut and bolt on the way back to doing it up, because it's just the reverse of undoing it. So a few clips, and then we'll make sure it works.
Or have you sprayed grease and stuff?
Oh yeah, it's grease on the top mount.
You did grease it, that's what I was going to say, because when we jacked it up, this side started.
Dear oh dear.
It sparked on that side.
Yeah, it'd probably look good at night, wouldn't it? That's nearly there. Well, your bill's just gone up, Jake. Freelander in. Another Land Rover. Range Rover. Done a couple of bits on it. Just want to fire this up and see what it sounds like from dead cold. Now, that to us, usually, really, chain tensioner. Once the engine's actually going and it's produced enough oil pressure to make the tensioner work, the noise goes away. And this has had the chains done on it somewhere else. So we're one, well, I don't know, it could be potentially a failed part. We don't know. Don't want to badmouth anyone, but it was only done a few months ago. So where do we go from there? Oh, and also it's winding over and over and over and not firing because there's a problem with communication with the glow plug. Honda CR-V, that's come in for a PDI for one of our car sales lot. It's had a load of underside like rust treatment and stuff as well, because these Japs, even at this age, they do suffer badly with rusted out underneath, so that's all been cleaned up and treated. Of inner and outer toe track rods to go on both sides, and then we've got to do a diff oil change on it as well, and then that'll be ready to go out the door. What's going on here? Why is it all cleaned up? Why is it back on the floor? No, it's not. It's not done yet. It's not finished. More problems with the cylinder head. But the reason we're clearing up all around here as well at the moment, starting to, is because finally, Monday next week, the groundworks is starting for the MOT bay to sink the ramp into the floor, to sink the brake rollers in down here. So we're going to bring as much footage as possible of that process, because I think it'd be quite interesting to see what's involved in it. Our temporary setup of what we're doing, obviously we've got a lot of cars that we look after, we can't just stop doing it, and so we're going to be carrying operating as well, which is quite nice, just down the end from us. Big shout out to Dan at DVS for being so accommodating, and we'll give you a little look at that as well. It's going to be absolute carnage in here for the next, I don't know how many weeks, because obviously all of this side of the unit, everything, the ramp's got to be disassembled. We're going to be moving our toolboxes and stuff like over to DVS so we can still operate out of there. We'll show, obviously I said we'd show what's going on in there, the little setup in there temporarily. So all of this has got to go, all the stuff at the back has got to go. We've got to move it all the way over to this side of the unit, move all this stuff around as well, that's why that car's got to go, to move it out the way so they can get their machines in to break all the concrete out of that. Once that's done and we're left with just a pit there and a big hole in the floor down here for where the brake rollers are going to be put in, we're not allowed to touch any of that. We can only do the groundwork side. Then the company want their technicians to come and put all the ramp together, put it up, put the rollers in, etc. So we can't touch anything. So we're going to have a hole in the floor for a bit. Going forward, obviously this side of the unit is going to be the main sort of tech area, because this side here, that'll be the MOT lane, so we can't do anything with that. It's purely going to be an MOT lane. So we've then got to completely empty all of the other stuff that's been piled up out, start from scratch, put the workstations where they're going to go. Got to figure out where that ramp is going to go, in what position. Hopefully we can still use a single post ramp, because that does get used quite a bit as well. We can't, it'd be a struggle to go from 2 ramps down to 1 on the tech side of things. So that's going to be interesting. I'll bring all that as well. All the ground side of things, groundwork side of things, and that will be in next week's vlog, because they'll be done. They're starting on Monday morning, and then they're aiming to be out and done by Friday. Even if they're not fully done, you can at least see what they're doing, so to speak. Be showing that, like I said, I'll be showing as much as possible. Thanks for tuning in yet again.